There are a lot of strange lightsabers over the Star Wars timeline, and today we'll be discussing one that actually belongs to the canon depiction of the Star Wars universe. A lightsaber that most Jedi Masters actually strongly dislike. Disliked for one very specific reason, but interestingly enough, this lightsaber has no real connection to the dark side of the Force. This lightsaber type was more of an ancient variant of a lightsaber, known as a broadsaber. A broadsaber among the Jedi is what is considered a specialized lightsaber. A Jedi that developed a broadsaber would actually change the emitter of a lightsaber, making the blade produced much more thin. Not quite as thin as we see in the darksaber, but still more thin than a normal lightsaber. Going along with the name, the lightsaber was also developed to be far more broad. Many Jedi believed that this lightsaber type looked more like a sword than an actual lightsaber, and harkened back to the more ancient days of the Jedi Order where the Jedi actually had used force-imbued swords. The plasma produced had more of a flat-looking effect, and therefore the lightsaber could not actually cut through objects from all directions. Because of this, the broadsaber could only cut through two separate angles, just like a normal metal sword could. It was for this reason that many Jedi Masters considered the broadsaber extremely inferior to the normal lightsaber design. Most Jedi at the Jedi Temple were outright puzzled exactly why any Jedi Master would want a broadsaber instead of a standard lightsaber. What's most compelling about the broadsaber though is there were actually Jedi Masters that preferred it to the normal lightsaber, and we'll explain those Jedi Masters right now. The only Jedi Masters to ever really wield the broadsaber as their primary lightsaber were Form 1 practitioners. Form 1 of course being the first form of lightsaber combat, and known throughout the Jedi Order as Shi-Cho. Form 1 lightsaber combat was tailored to take on multiple opponents, and involved wide sweeping movements of the lightsaber. It is simple, and because of this, its simplicity is strength. In rare cases, the broadsaber would actually aid these wide sweeping movements. Form 1 was also created when metal swords were also in use by the Jedi Order, which is why it fits well with the broadsaber. Form 1 was created by the ancient Jedi during the transition from metal swords to energy beam lightsabers, and the principles of blade contact remain essentially the same. Because the ancient Jedi did not have lightsaber-wielding enemies, Form 1 does not address the lightsaber-to-lightsaber combat. Therefore, this is why these masters would actually choose to wield the broadsaber in lightsaber combat instead of a more standard lightsaber, as the weapon was tailor-made for Shi-Cho lightsaber training. But unfortunately, that is all we really know about the broadsaber, and during the Clone Wars era, there weren't very many Jedi to use the broadsaber at all, as the broadsaber was more popular among the ancient Jedi than the Jedi that we encounter in the movies and TV series. But still though, the broadsaber is a lightsaber that not a lot of Star Wars fans really even know about, so I thought it was worth a video. And again, a lightsaber type that most Jedi Masters strongly disliked, and considered completely inferior to the normal lightsaber blade. But leave your own thoughts on the broadsaber in the comments down below, and would you choose to wield a broadsaber in lightsaber combat if you were a Jedi, or a Sith for that matter? As always my friends, thank you guys so much for watching, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.